functionality. Whoa! Jesus! Double creeper on my face. Oh.
One behind you, one in front of you.
I think I just pooped a little. Wow, that was wild. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode on the Cozy Cabin Minecraft server. I'm Korey, and today we're going to be working on a bit of a mob farm. I am all out of gunpowder and rockets and all that good stuff, so Maple and I have been working for a while now on a little bit of a mob farm here in the spawn area. We're going to be working on this today, and I'm going to be going through with you guys to do the item collection, all that kind of good stuff to show you how it's done, what we're up to, and try to get ourselves a bunch of rockets for everyone on the community to be able to share and have lots of gunpowder. We're going to have all kinds of different mobs in here, so we should be able to have some drops from witches and maybe get some redstone, glowstone, some of that stuff. We'll be getting rotten flesh, skeleton drops, bones, arrows, all kinds of goodies down in here. So we're going to be working on this a little bit today, and first thing we got to do is obviously we had to dig out a giant hole here and get the spawning platforms in and up and running, which we have done already, as you may have saw in a little bit of a time lapse that went on there of digging out the layers here. We're trying to fill in the rest of the layer up above there with some tinted glass, and then we got to do the item collection, because we got to get all these items from the farm here that are dropping down, get those collected up, and we're going to shoot them up into item elevators all the way up into the surface, where we will eventually build some type of shop or little collection area for everyone to come pick up their free resources from the farm. So I don't know if we'll get to the building part today, but we're definitely going to work on the farming part. So we got a little bit of stuff to do here. So we got some more amethysts to collect up to try to get the rest of the tinted glass going, and then I'll start placing in hoppers and doing some collection stuff, and I'll show you guys all about it. There we go. We've got the entire farm all covered in. Oh, we missed a spot right here. There we go. Nice and dark down there. That's what we're looking for. Finally get some decent efficiency out of this farm. We're going to have to go ahead and block that one off as well. I might have to come up with a new way to get up and down into here. But now that we've got the whole thing darkened up, we should actually be able to get some decent spawns in here. I went ahead and moved the functional clock on the inside here. So now we got a little bit of a lever here. That's a little bit more in a convenient spot that's kind of hidden. And eventually the shop building that we're going to build is going to go over the top of this area. But for now, we've got it all covered up, and this should be functioning now. So the next thing I've got to do here is go down to the bottom and start working on a little bit of a collection system. Like I might have mentioned before, my plan is to have 4 different water elevators in the corner here that bring the items back up to the surface, and then those will be ran into storage systems in this area here, probably somewhere on one of these sides or something like that. We'll have some water streams that all central flow into a central storage location for that. But we got to get some item collection down at the bottom, because right now, if there are any guys that are falling in there or falling out of there, they're just going to splat against the floor down below. So let's grab some supplies and see if we can put together a little bit of a item collection system. So to get things started, I did a little bit of planning down here and cleared out some area where I want the hopper collection to go. I'm going to try to get away with just doing a ring kind of around the center here, 3 or 4 blocks wide, where the mobs are actually going to fall. Hopefully there's not too many that fall in these other areas here. If there is, we might just have to add some more hoppers, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. So I've got that area marked out, and then I've got a little bit of a dropper that I've got some redstone to make kind of a smart dropper, so that any items that get put into here will get shot out. And then I'm going to fill each of these 4 corners with a little bit of glass around the edges here. So what the plan will be here is we'll have glass going up the sides of all of these, right? Just like that, all the way around. And then all of the hoppers, which I should have a bunch of right here, we can kind of make, how do I explain this here? Each section I want to kind of, since I have the 4 droppers here, they will filter in from the sides along the edge like this. So then we'll go all the way to pretty much the middle with this section here, and then I will have kind of this entire quadrant here will funnel in. So this will come in from both sides because I want this to be able to hopefully keep up with the production. I have no idea how good the spawn rates or the drop rates of this farm are going to be yet, but essentially we'll do that like this, and then along the edge here we'll go through with hoppers and sort of just funnel these in different areas here to try to make this somewhat uniform along the way. So we'll maybe do half into that side, and we're kind of in the middle part there, so then the other half will come from this side over here, and we'll sort of just filter all of these hoppers facing into each other along the entirety of the farm here. And basically that way all of the drops that come into this corner of the farm here will go into this dropper, and once they're in there, they'll shoot up the water stream here. We'll put some water inside of that, and then the same thing will happen in all these other corners. We'll just have, you know, these ones lead into that dropper and so on. So I'm going to get all these hoppers placed in here, and then I'll try to cover these up probably with some slabs and, you know, turn the farm on and see what we can do. I got to get a bunch more glass put in the corners here, as well as get those all filled up with water and whatnot. So that's what we're going to do next. We've had the farm running for about 10 minutes now, and it's going okay. I've noticed that definitely works better during the day, but I did also notice, I jumped on with my spectator count just to kind of observe and make sure things were working properly, and I did notice an issue, and turns out that I'm an idiot and I can't do math. So I accidentally made the maximum drop from the very bottom platform. I wanted to make the height from the very bottom platform tall enough that even with a witch spawning, which has a little bit of extra health than the other mobs, I wanted it to still be able to kill them on impact. And when I was doing the math, I did it wrong, and I only have a 20 block drop maximum from the bottom layer. So therefore, that is not enough to even kill a creeper upon fall. So we're going to have to make a little adjustment to the bottom. I think I'm going to take out at least the bottom 2 layers in order to make that issue not a problem anymore. So I want to make sure, like I said, that all those drops are going to... we want the mobs to die when they hit the bottom. Like you can see right there, a perfect example. I do have some iron golems down there, like I said, to take care of the issue, but they don't necessarily deal with creepers very well. So the iron golems might work well for some other mobs, but we definitely don't want creepers and anything else, you know, surviving down here from the fall drop. So I want to go onto one of the... this layer looks good. I want to go on the bottom 2 layers here and actually take out the water and take these 2 layers out of the farm. Now this is going to create obviously a few less spawning spaces, so we might lose a little bit of... Dang it, I didn't want to do that. We might lose a little bit of our whatchamacallit, our efficiency by doing this, but I think it's going to overall make a little bit better. We did it nice. A little bit better. I don't know, like it's just gonna be less issues that we're gonna have to worry about with the mobs and stuff spawning below. Now, since this is in the spawn area here on the server, we will have this able to be running all the time. As you can see up above there, I do have an on-off switch for it, so it doesn't have to be running all the time. So I think over time, as this thing runs, we should get plenty of resources and whatnot. I did get, you know, a few items over the 10 minutes or so. I can kind of show, actually. Let's go back up and show you what I got. If I didn't just show that, I don't remember if I opened the box on camera or not. So this is basically what I got over about 10 minutes or so of the farm running. through a little bit of nighttime and a little bit of daytime. So not really too terrible. For 10 minutes, I'm pretty happy with that. And like I said, this can run pretty much all the time without any concerns. So we'll just take out this last layer here and then start working on filtering all the items into a central storage location, and that way we'll be able to store all the goodies. Flip the lever and turn it on. I think I've got everything pretty much functional and working now. It looks a little bit goofy from down here. I'm kind of scrambling to get together resources to get this just functional to start with. Obviously, I will be doing some decorating, and you know, Maple and I might work together a little bit more on doing some decorating, and we want to put a building around this as well to make it look a little bit nicer. Maybe we'll terraform this in to meet up with the rest of it, and then put a structure probably above the water just transportation system here. So just to kind of explain what's going on here, I've got all 4 of the corners here, which you've seen already, bringing items up from below, and then starting in this corner, I've got the items circling all the way around so that they'll transport between each of the corners there, and then eventually get to this corner where they will be aligned into the back there and sent through the hopper deal there. We can go show you up on top of here if you haven't seen one of these before. Essentially, we have a little water stream here that goes around the corner, and when it hits these chests in the back here, it aligns the items on the very edge of the block, which allows them to be able to be still going through the water stream, yet they are able to be sucked up by the hoppers in the back there as well. So then we've got just a very standard Impulse SV sorting system design here that is tileable and overflow protected, so that we don't get issues with any of our stuff backing up when we get lots of resources coming through here. So I've got 14 different slots. I don't know exactly if we'll have that many different items in here. Let's see. I know so far we're going to get gunpowder, which is kind of the main priority we're trying to get here, so we can get more rockets to be able to fly around the server and do lots of cool stuff. You know, bones are always good to get lots of bone meal. Arrows can be somewhat useful. Rotten flesh, maybe not so much, but we'll keep it anyway. String is another one, and then I'm hoping to get a few witch spawns periodically as well. Maybe get a little bit of redstone, a little bit of glowstone, maybe some of the glass bottles, some things like that. So for now, I'm just gonna have this kind of auto-populating along here, so that as items come in, it sort of fills the back part here. I do have some filler blocks in. Can we get up in the back of here maybe? We got some filler blocks in here. As you can see, the gunpowder starting to fill into the item filters. There you go. We saw some stuff shooting across there. We got bones here, gunpowder, a torch, which probably shouldn't be in there. Arrows are filtering in now. And these will kind of just come in as new items plop into here. They'll fill in the first slot there. I should probably rename these bricks, but I'll do that a little bit later on. So yeah, those will populate along here as we go, and the more items we get, the more things will fill in, and we can kind of reorder and stuff like that if we need to as this farm runs a little bit more. So I'm going to have it run for a little while here and, you know, try to do some more. Obviously, we got to add a few more chests to this here and get the whole building put on top, and then let everyone know that, hey, this thing's open for business. This is how it works. Like I said, these are all going to be free community resources for everyone to enjoy. So that'll be a lot of fun. So there's quite a bit more work to do, but we're not going to get to that in today's video because I am way behind schedule and I'm out of time. I apologize that videos have been a little bit slow lately. I've been trying to figure out, you know, what it makes sense to work on next and things like that. So in a future video here, we'll work on putting a building around this wonderful area, and if you have any suggestions on what style of building you think would be cool to put here, I know we were considering maybe blending in with the nether hub theme there and doing something a little bit nethery or dark, but let me know down below in the comments if you got any suggestions on build styles for this building to go around the community mob farm resource collection area. And if you had fun today, go ahead and check out the next video on the screen now.